The use of insect repellents actually goes. Tons of people used insect repellents. Many of the different uses. What this idiot is really trying to say. Insect repellents are an alternative to the use of insecticides. They may be applied to the skin to protect an individual from bites of mosquitoes, mites, ticks, and lice, or less commonly, may be used to exclude insects from an area. Not only do they protect from insects that make you itch, they have allowed people to lessen their chances of getting various types of life-threatening illnesses caused by mosquitoes, ticks, and so on. It wasn't until World War II till the most powerful insect repellent was developed. The compound used by the military was called 622. Basically, that stands for 6-part dimethyl phthalate, 2 parts indolone, and 2 parts Rutgers 612. This repellent formula was used on clothing when developed during the war, but it all failed to provide desired protection. It wasn't until 1953 the insect repellent properties of N,N-diethyl M-toluamide, otherwise known as Deet, was discovered, and the first Deet product was introduced in 1956.
Through self-conducted research between a number of different outdoor stores, such as Bass Pro Shops, Gander Mountain, Dick's Sporting Goods, to even Walgreens, an average 16 out of every 20 insect repellent products contain DEET. This was an overwhelmingly high number. It says a lot about the effectiveness of its insect repelling ability. Second to DEET was Citronella. This product was held in all 4 stores that we selected and made us curious to compare the two.
Citronella oil is an all-natural insect and animal repellent made from the distilled oils of several varieties of grass. Citronella has actually been approved by the FDA as a food additive and has been used to flavor many foods and drinks for more than 50 years. It has also been labeled as a low-risk pesticide by the US EPA. Citronella works by masking scents that are attractive to insects, namely carbon dioxide and lactic acid in humans. Researchers in Ontario studied the effectiveness of citronella by using candles with 3% concentration of the oil, and the candles effectively reduced mosquito landings by about 42%. One benefit of using citronella compared to DEET is that it's safe and non-toxic to humans and animals, even the insects. Although some people can have mild allergic reactions to the oil, even ingesting it is not harmful to humans, because it is simply passed through the body in urine. However, one disadvantage of using citronella as opposed to DEET as an insect repellent is that it works for a substantially shorter amount of time. While DEET is a chemical type of repellent, it is still EPA registered and its duration is about 8 to 10 hours. While citronella falls into the non-synthesized plant oils, it is not EPA registered and its duration is only about 30 minutes to 2 hours.
The following stop-motion film represents the reaction that takes place in an insect. The reaction involves acetylcholine on the left and acetylcholine esterase on the right. So acetylcholine esterase is an enzyme that catalyzes the breakdown of acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the neurotransmitter used at the neuromuscular junction. In other words, it is the chemical that motor neurons of the nervous system release in order to activate muscles. The two work together to allow the body's senses to work properly and accurately. On acetylcholine esterase, there is an active site that has a lock and key relationship with acetylcholine. This is where they meet up. The following video will demonstrate this. So now there's a new part to the mix. DEET, otherwise known as diethyltoluamide, used in many insect repellents, is a competitive inhibitor, meaning that it will fit in the active site of acetylcholine esterase and not allow acetylcholine to react with the enzyme, meaning that the insect senses are severely hindered. In other words, the insect can't find you because he can't sense where you are.
In 152, we learned how a reaction will shift toward what it's an absence of. For example, if there's an abundance of products in a reaction, the reaction will shift to the left and produce more reactants to reach equilibrium. This is known as Le Chatelier's principle. This is not an exception for DEET and acetylcholine esterase. With an abundance of DEET, acetylcholine has fewer binding sites, and in response, hydrolysis will occur which cleaves the DEET off of acetylcholine esterase. This opens up the active site for the increased amount of acetylcholine that has built up, and the process continues when DEET is reintroduced. This is an ultrasonic insect repeller. It is marketed as a safe, chemical-free method of pest control. It is bogus. Here we have a dramatization of the real outcome of using an ultrasonic machine. This is Jim. Jim enjoys spending time in his yard. But his yard is being invaded by bugs. There are bugs everywhere. Look out, Jim. There are some more bugs behind you. The bugs are closing in. Jim finds a safe hiding place and deploys his ultrasonic sound machine. The sounds are out of the human hearing range, so Jim is unharmed. Take that, bugs. But wait, the bugs are still advancing. Jim makes a break for it, but his path is blocked. Those dastardly bugs have won and Jim is toast. Don't be Jim. Use reliable insect repellent and stay safe.